Hi everyone, I'm Humbly Anna Anders here on the YouTube channel, and this is part 2 of my morning video here today. Yeah, I was talking about coming back into the rooms of recovery for myself, and I was actually talking about my family reunion and a combination of things, and I know I'm going here, there, and everywhere, but what I want to say is, recently here, I was sharing with my girlfriend Jackie on the way home from a meeting one night. I said, what I know is I was doing really good with my recovery. I was doing really good with my peace flag work. And I was trying to think of at what point did it all kind of come at a standstill for myself. And I got to thinking, and I was like, oh my God. So everything was manifesting really well and swell, if you will, up until the point of Ginas' abduction. And so, I was in Food Addicts Anonymous back in those days, and I was my best weight ever. And I literally would ride my bicycle. That's what it was. I sold my truck, my trooper truck, 4x4, very nice truck. I put it on, I put it up for sale because I prayed about it and stuff. And for me, my God said, sell your truck and start the business. So I did, and I sold it. And actually it was kind of weird because my other half and I, Carrie, we were headed out to the AA picnic out at Rocky River Park. And what happened was, as we were heading out the door, the phone rang, and I had to put this ad out forever and a day, and nobody was calling. But the day that we wanted to go to the picnic, the phone rings, and this guy wants to see the truck. So, and it was in the opposite direction. It was like in Cleveland Heights. And this young man, not young man, but middle-aged man, he said that he had been praying for the same vehicle, and he said that this is the vehicle that he wants. He said for me to bring it to him and he would buy it and give me cash money for my truck. And I thought, this is crazy, but I said, okay, God, I'm gonna go do it, and I did, and the dude actually had the cash and he bought my truck. So I started, that's how For Global Peace originally got started, you guys, and I started riding a bicycle. And in the process of riding that bicycle, it was a it was a twofold thing, if you will. One, I got physical exercise from riding the bike and giving up my truck. Two, I got laughed at from fellowship people laughing at me for riding my bike because I was starting a business. They were like, you got rid of that nice truck for riding a bicycle and starting a business? And I was like, yeah, why not? Because, I'm not very materialistic, guys, when it comes to material things. I'm very spiritual. I would rather pay attention to the spiritual aspects of life, and to me that's what's humbly so important. So and nobody will ever have the power to take that away from me, ever. So and it's not for sale either. And so yeah, I sold the vehicle and got the business started. And during that time period, I was doing all my other 12-step meetings and stuff, and humbly going through the struggle of life like everybody else, whether it be with partnership or whatever, and with children, children growing up, that is. My 3 children, I had 2 of my children living with me back then, and things kind of fell apart. So, and my other half, oh my God, off the hook behavior. So I had to draw my boundaries, and I had to relocate into a safe space for myself. And so I did, and humbly worked on my recovery some more, and that's when I fell into the rooms of Food Addicts Anonymous. I didn't fall into the rooms of Food Addicts Anonymous. Actually, I had a sponsor in one program, and she was working another program, and I said, hey girl, you've been losing a lot of weight. What's going on with you? And she's like, oh, I belong to FAA. So she was just being the example to me that way, and I was like, wow. I said, I wonder what's that about? So I kind of researched it for myself, and I found out that at Food Addicts Anonymous, they don't do any sugar, flour, or wheat. So, and honestly, I went to a few meetings, and as I was doing those meetings, I picked a sponsor that I liked a lot, and so I got a sponsor, and she actually came home with me and helped me to go through my cabinets and everything, and showed me like the 99 different names of sugar. And I was like shocked. And so I started the food plan for myself, and as I did, the weight just fell off of me. And my health was like my stamina was incredible. I couldn't believe it. So, and I was still riding my bicycle back and forth across the city here in Cleveland, going back and forth to work from West 25th and Franklin to downtown Cleveland. I was working as a hostess at the Holiday Inn on Lakeside, and they since have changed it all around down there. It's funny, wherever Anna Andrews has been, they remodel it or tear it down or something like that. It's really funny. But now they call it some kind of tree hotel thing. But what I want to say is food addiction in our family tree is very real. I remember doing family picnics out at my grandma Frances's place as a little girl, and seeing like everyone in the family tree. You know, we had big people in our family, and lots of food addiction issues, if you will. So, but what I want to say is I'm not here to take anybody's inventories, people. I'm here to take my own inventory and to talk about that. I'm 6 minutes into this video, but what I want to say is it's very real. So I can't sit around and talk recovery when I'm dragging all this weight around on me. You know what I'm saying? And not feeling healthy for it. And yes, I'm a peace activist, and I got to get started with some activism work. But how the hell am I going to do that if I'm not healthy enough to get up and do something? So I'm taking accountability and responsibility presently in my present day life for that. And that's what I wanted to share with you here today. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to share. And since I've started kind of going back to my Food Addicts Anonymous meetings, I'm feeling a lot better. I can tell a difference in my body. And the first thing that I noticed was in my hands. My hands feel so much lighter. They don't feel heavy. And even in my body and my whole demeanor, I have more energy and I'm getting more things done. Matter of fact, yesterday I was in my basement, and I'm still unpacking stuff since January last year when I moved into town here, and my blood pressure was 200 over 100 practically. So they're really concerned that I would have a heart attack or a stroke. Since then, I joined the Y, and I've been working out in the pool. The pool is my Calgon take me away. It's where I relieve all my stress. I just let my body talk to me, and I just work it all out that way, humbly. In the pool, I can do some yoga stretches too, as well, and I do water aerobics, my own thing. I don't follow a group or anything like that. I'm not a follower that way. What else do I want to say? Yeah, and you know, I'm not trying to shove my recovery down anybody's throats or anything, but I want to say this to the video. Hold on a second. I'm going to look into the camera here. 8 minutes into the video. So what I do want to say, though, is this. I have 3 children, adult children. They're my children. They came from my sacred body. I will always talk recovery to my children, and I will always call them out on their crap if I have to. So I'm their mother. I'm allowed to do that. Now, when you have a child, feel free to call your children out on their shit, okay? But for me, my 3 adult children, they belong to me. They came from my body, not yours. So I will let them know when I have issues as their mama. And I have to be that example. So thank you, Frances, for reminding Mom about being the example. What else do I want to say? Oh, I want to say this. So what I know about me as an addict, alcoholic, activist in recovery today is that the struggle is so real day to day, you know, and what it is that's a trigger for me, folks. I don't know about you, but for me, my triggers, my biggest triggers in life is stress and traumatic events. Stress and traumatic events. That stuff will catapult me. Like people say, oh, holidays are triggers. Not really, not for this gal, but what is a trigger for me is stress and traumatic events, if you will. The camera did something funny. I don't know. It seemed like it took a picture or something there. So that's what happened, and that's what I realized. See, that's what I realized with my real eyes, my own self realized. I allowed people, places, things, and situations before my own recovery, and it's not good. I mean, but I can understand and have compassion and empathy for myself how I allowed all that to manifest as well. And the same goes for the rest of us. So I know that we are all doing our very best, and humbly that's where I'm at, and I have compassion and empathy and love. And so what I try to do is give out this information, not disinformation or misinformation. I try to give out this information to people here on this YouTube channel to share. So I'm humbly Anna Anders. If you have any issues with eating, if you're overweight or anything like that, and you want to check out the Food Addicts Anonymous website, go ahead. They have a few different groups here in Cleveland. One is Overeaters Anonymous, one is Food Addicts Anonymous, the other one is Food Addicts. So, yeah, so you can look online. They have online meetings and whatnot. I'm Anna Anders here on this YouTube channel. I'm shutting down the video. Thank you. Bye-bye.